Okay, hello everybody and welcome to this stream of Fallout 4, Fallout 4 the Hoarder challenge. So in this challenge, my character is not allowed to drop any items, essentially meaning that any action which causes any item to cease being in my inventory is not permitted. So to show off my inventory, I picked up this tire iron from, I think, Concord, and so as a result, I'm no longer permitted to drop this, even if I find a better weapon later on. I spawn with this from the beginning, and this is given to me in the intro. I do not have any aid items. I have these, which I picked up from the Soul Survivor's house. No junk items, no mods, and 50 fusion cells as a reward for something freedom, when freedom calls. And I also have some caps. I have 200 caps, 100 as a reward from the same quest, and the other 100 caps as a reward from as a reward from Order Up. So basically, I can't drop this, I can't drop either of these, but also I can't, for example, store these items away. I can't sell them. I can't use any aid items because that removes those from my inventory. I can't sell these. I can't store any junk items. I can't craft any weapon mods because those remove junk items from my inventory. And I cannot shoot weapons because those remove fusion cells from my inventory. And finally, I'm not permitted to purchase items as well as selling them because purchasing items removes caps from my inventory, which is also not permitted. So essentially, the way that my character will handle attacking enemies is primarily going to be just melee. But I have considered that another option that I have are the reprogramming tapes. Primarily the turrets reprogramming and the... oh my... yeah, the turret reprogramming and the other reprogramming, the... yeah.
Hey.
You there? You need a genuine? Need a new Coca-Cola?
Looking for work.
Well, if you want to coach, see where I'm going.
Okay.
100 caps seems light. I need
I like your mouth.
Ooh.
a card, a mitt, and a ball. Got it.
I think.
Well, I suppose it makes the most sense to mash out as many of those as possible. But, like, for example, when I do quests, I kind of need to think about the quest rewards that I get. So, for example, if I do his quest, I get some amounts of chems in addition to caps, which will weigh me down. Now, that's only going to be like a small amount of weight, so maybe it's worth it, but... what else? The items you know.
Hey, got
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing's worth buying in the dugout inn, and that's the food.
Okay. So, also with like this quest over here, as a result of that quest, like as you complete it, you get 5 junk items, which, like, game-wise, you're free to keep. Like, there's no obligation to turn it in.
Don't touch the paint.
Don't worry, I won't.
Good. Thinking you...
Sure.
Happy to help out.
You see this paint? Hardware.
Only if you throw in some more money.
A good Samaritan.
Okay.
Paint retrieval. I'm on it.
Much obliged.
And then he does his speech. I could do the same with in here. With this person that comes out with the quest.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain.
It's important.
I know you must be busy, but
You don't get it.
Okay.
don't worry.
There's an old ball.
Hey, I'd love to help.
Don't play games with me.
Okay.
I'll find him.
Thank you. Nick should be.
Sure.
So that automatically completes that quest. And then you always get that item there, but you don't get the other 2 dossiers until you actually rescue Nick. In fact, they might not even appear until like you've killed Kellogg and rummaged through his brain.
Don't move, Sim. What have you done with the real Riley?
This is what I did.
Kyle, no! Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia. Move along.
Oh, really?
Someone in this town did more than just stand and gawk. Nice shot. But I'm gonna have to ask you to step back. Got a mess to clean up.
You'll have a lot more of a mess if I get hungry. So while that's going on, I've got that quest. I've got the quest to rescue Nick. Do I want to do the quest for this guy?
What's everyone still standing around for? Go back to your
And that's something I'm not sure about. Not only with this, but also with Confidence Man, which also gives you some of those items. But because other quests are going to give me a lot more weight,
Everything you could need. Medic.
looking for work,
Job.
Yeah, I got some. I hear some growth.
money.
Sweeten the deal with
You strong on?
Okay.
mutated fern.
Cool.
So I actually don't care about the. I don't care about the caps I get from these quests. So whether or not I pass those speech checks doesn't impact me that way. And I could start that quest as well, but I'd have to go all the way up to 4-leaf fish packing just to complete it. And likewise, there's quests from like Good Neighbor which do similar stuff. Where you get caps, but like as this character, the amount of caps obtained doesn't matter at all. Alright, so those dogs are still standing there. I appear to have alerted them. But that's okay, I'll just stand here. Well, those dogs are wrecking that guy. No, he's getting them a little bit. But they're also getting him down as well. Oh, the eyeboss is getting in on the action. None of these are about to explode, which is good. Let's see. The iBox and DC Security are also getting... They're actually being a lot more aggressive than they normally are in their situation. Oh wow, they just... Okay. Alright. So you had a vicious mongrel, a regular mongrel, another wild mongrel. A car which is probably extremely lethal. And then some... Oop, and then some more mongrels. Oop, okay. So I'll head over to that bed once again to save. Let's just put in 7 hours. Let's also hope that I don't get a major illness. Oh, it's also nighttime. I'm thirsty, but that's fine. I'll probably... Although... Another potential aspect to this challenge, which I didn't actually fully realise until now. Until a while ago, it never dawned on me that the random diseases that you get from like swimming in water, sleeping in beds, that sort of thing. Also, I wonder if I can fully whack this guy. I'm still in. Oh. Aha! So now I have a body over here in case I get hungry. Why is there a car there? That's odd. Ooh, the world is falling apart. So yeah, as I was saying, the random diseases that I get, I can't remove. this here is another case where something that is normally illegal per the challenge is okay purely because it's a part of a quest. So in that case, the quest is mix blue and yellow paints to make green, and then turn that into Abbott. And so doing that for that one thing there is okay. But for example, doing that with extra paint items, like for example, if I had picked up several other blue and yellow paint items, using that paint mixer to turn them into zero weight items is not permitted. Right, because that's outside of the quest, whereas the first item is like essential to the quest. And so since so since I can't consume antibiotics, then any illness is sort of going to be permanent. Like, it won't really be permanent, but it will really be permanent. And that's because I think the illnesses gradually go away if you are well rested for long enough. So I'm just getting a drink out of that there. So I can pick up this one item and nothing else. Although, come to think of it, I still... Yes, I can't actually complete this quest because I can't unlock that safe there. And I mean, it is perfectly permissible to pick up also this it weighs 0, so it doesn't there's no detriment really. What was the other thing? Yeah, it was basically just the fern and the other thing. So I'll call that good. Now, when it comes to the good neighbor quests, they are somewhat notable for making you go into an area and killing some enemies to get what you need. For example, when you get the Shamrock Tap House thing, let's stay away from that. When you get the Shamrock Tap House thing, you have to go through that dungeon, and then you have to go through, like in the area where your goal is, there's some mole rats there which you also have to kill. Likewise, when you do, say, for example, when you do the big dig, you have to get the you have to kill those Mirelurks. And so, while there's no limit to how much this character can kill stuff, doing things which don't require as much killing is more beneficial. In fact, I may want to... What time is it? Oh, there's Piper's thing as well that I could do. But really, the thing that I never checked that. Yeah, 2 a.m. Okay. I'll probably need to wait in a chair or something. Right, so as I mentioned, how
Hey, no shame in taking.
I'll just
Tell him
wait in a stall, I guess.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
Let's. Oh. Okay, apparently I can't pass the time in this particular seat. Okay then. What about this one? There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see, is the body still there? It is not. Weird, but okay. But that's fine, I think. Yes, that's just charisma, endurance, and luck.
Hey, you find any mutated fern for me?
Yes.
Found the plant.
All right. Anyway, I got a store to run. Let's talk shop.
Okay, so I got 1 buff out, 1 psycho, 1 jet, and some wall caps, and also a mentats, I think I also get. Let me... No, just buff out jet and psycho. So that's 0.3 weight, which is reasonable.
You're back. You find that paint?
Yes.
Wasn't easy.
Now that's dead.
Okay.
Working hard.
That's a good shade of...
Happy to help.
It's been...
It's nice, though. There's your...
There you go. So get me up to level something. Level 6? Yeah, level 6. Okay, yes, level 6. So that's sneak 1. Okay. So aside from finding a random body to eat, if I can find one. I reckon the thing to do will be to try to complete the first step.
Read the public. Find out.
Excuse me, but I'm very busy right now.
And then once I'm back to Sanctuary, I can maybe see if it's possible to have extra crops in the Sanctuary storage so that I can build more at that place and thus complete the Sanctuary quest. But I reckon first off I gotta head back over to Hardware Town to eat that one person, and then have a short sleep and head up to back to the Sanctuary and 10 Pines Bluff. So, second person eaten, I think. Blah, 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 like that. So I'll just put an hour down at that bed, right over there. As I was saying, a good goal is to complete the first step. But really I should probably be taking Hangman's Alley first. Or at least maybe see if I can do that at all.
Diamond City is the...
However, it might be very difficult to do though. It'll be something that I'll try, I guess. I'll put 1 hour in just so that I don't get too thirsty or stuff, or anything like that. What's being attacked? I don't know. So if I was to go about this smartly, I would actually capture Hangman's Alley first, and then head up to Sanctuary and do the first step. Such that once I completed that, I could then send Preston back down to Hangman's Alley.
Plenty of shops inside the city if you need the trick.
And that will just make it easier to do his quests. Let's get that location. And then let's head down to Hangman's Alley. Are there dudes over here?
What's that?
There's one super mutant. Could be interesting. No, there's a skirmisher up there as well. Okay. I would be a lot better off if there weren't any super mutants up there. Because then I could use that as an alternate way to get into Hangman's Alley and thus bypass the lock which is necessary to get into the location. But perhaps... here, although I could...
Okay, cut the
There
shit.
now.
Who is that?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut.
So I could probably jump onto that platform and then get myself across.
Someone there?
Nope. They might end up blowing up their car. Now throwing just straight up grenades. And I do have zero... I have high endurance, but zero damage resistance.
No sign of him now. Let's go eat. I'm starving. What the hell was that?
Yeah, probably very dead. Yep, very dead. Head came off. Okay. Maybe the thing to do is not get Hangman's Alley just yet. At least I know I don't need to go entirely over the buildings there. I can just use that little awning, that little like shade area to actually get inside. So what I'll do instead is I'll see what I can get by heading up to Oberland Station. Like if they have a quest like we need you to kill everybody in Sunshine Tidings place and then like have the settlement exist and then we'll have our friends move in, then that will be very achievable. However, for one thing, if it's a case of if it's a case if it's a case of it's a kidnapping rescue thing, then it'd be notable that I wouldn't be allowed to give them the caps necessary to rescue whoever was kidnapped, because that would be removing caps, and that's not allowed. And so I guess as I go along, making my way towards 10 Pines Bluff and then to wherever they want me to go, keeping in mind I've already unlocked Corvega assembly plants, the area. We'll see if that works to like mess with the programming. Okay, so let's get ourselves nice and watered. Better this all parched. And hydrated. Okay.
Excuse me.
We could really use your help.
I'd
Glad
be
to
glad
help.
to help.
Something nasty's living. Well, what's really too bad is if you can make sure the old workshop there.
Okay, which location? I'll
See
see.
what I can do.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that right as I predicted. Sunshine tidings. Okay. So that is a thing that I could relatively easily do. And then that actually gives me 2 settlements to count towards the 8 that I need to do the Minutemen ending. And so yeah, as I walk towards, if I put that back on, as I walk towards this location, let's unlock that location, but as I get towards there, another thing that I just realised upon drinking the water near Westing Estates is that up until level 28, at which Solar Powered 2 unlocks, and if I just do a check, oh, Solar Powered 2 unlocks at level 27, not 28. So I'm actually going to change the build live. Control X, Control V, X, Control V. So what I did was I swapped around Solar Powered 2 and Big Leagues 4. Because just like with Life Giver 3, which I want to take as early as possible, purely because doing that lets me passively heal health as I go along. I also want to do the same with Solar Powered 2, because that perk is the only means by which I can heal radiation. Probably want to run. So until that point, any radiation I get is permanent. Which probably means that I won't easily be able to cross the glowing sea until that point. Unless I find a Radsu which has its own troubles. Because without doing mass fusion, which you can't even do until after you've done both passes through the glowing sea, there's only 2 other locations with rad suits that I'm currently aware of. And those are Murawski's Chem Lab, that you unlock at the end of that you unlock at the end of what quest? The quest where you get 60 of each main type of chem, basically. well, once you intercept the drug deal, you then like get the coordinates for the actual chem lab, and then you go there. The quest completes. Oh shit. Oh indeed, shit. That's okay. I don't think I'm being followed. In fact, this is a little more safe-ish of an area. I just want to veer through this way. I'm in caution, which is good. Now I'll just head straight off this way. So the other location where you can get rad suits, as far as I know, is by completing the big dig. So basically, you complete the big dig, and then there's 2 triggermen there that for some reason have rad suits, like they're wearing rad suits. And so I suppose I could...
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
Take it easy.
I'm with them.
You're with the Minutemen? We sent word with most people don't.
We're rebuilding.
We're back.
Glad to hear it. There's a raider gang. We know where they're coming.
So which location?
Don't worry.
Thanks, friend.
Okay, so it's still Corvega. That's good to know. So that means that it's probably not very manipulatable. Because I had a theory that if you unlocked the location, then once you talk to those guys, it would like send you to a different location because you've already been to that location. Maybe I'll have to enter it rather than just actually getting the location. I don't know, that'll be something I'll have to test in another playthrough. Oh, that looks like a raidery area. Maybe just bloatflies, but even then it's not very good. But looks be safe. Wiggles aren't waggling. So yeah, now it probably it'll probably be very good to find Rad Suit for when I do go through the Glowing Sea. Well, there's Lexington. Sorry, Lexington. Yeah, so I want to get a Rad Suit just so that when I do go through the Glowing Sea, my health won't be going down that rapidly. But But actually finding an easily accessed radiation suit will not be very easy to do. Okay, let's get the location. Oh no, I've got... Oh, I was going to get the location, but... You know what, I'll call that good, I suppose. Although I should... No, let's do full 7. So I'm probably still fairly... Okay, we're going to be a little bit thirstier from that, but... At least it's good that I haven't yet obtained any extra... any extra hunger. And so here we go. Okay. Oh, so the... Right, so the turret is down and the ghouls are attacking the raiders. And that is going to be one annoying thing. Can I... No, okay, so I can't. I can't actually destroy that flashlight. Yeah. Let's get this guy. Shit, that turned me around.
Scared, huh? You should be.
Okay, so now the brackets are falling back. I got a shotgun guy. 2 shotgun guys, okay. Now, have I opened... No, they haven't opened that room. Right. Whoop.
The fuck was that?
Okay, that was just the pipe pistol guy. I feel like there's sometimes a fourth, but does not appear to be that way. Okay, let's get past before that light can catch up to us. Okay. Right, so he's going up the stairs now. I'll give him... Not quite there yet. There we go. Okay. Now, there is another raider that patrols up there. But they don't appear to be doing so. Okay. I'll wait for that raider to get to me.
Shit! Lost him. Open.
Okay. I'll wait for my AP to refresh as they get towards me as well. So those were the two guys from the other room. And the other raider appears to have issues passing into this room.
Playing games with me, huh?
Which is in my favour, but also unsettling.
Show your face. Come on.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, 2 consecutive ones of those. Right. So I can either directly attempt to use the Protectron to kill Jared, or I can try heading over there which might be the better option. Oh shit. No, you don't. Yes, it is, but not for you.
What the hell was... Oh, hell no!
Oh shit. Yeah, this might be a good time to head back and save and call that a and call that a the phrase I use is to set it in stone once I've saved, because then so I better wait for hidden. I'm well far away such that they won't actually get to me, but I don't want to have the game have them be very far away, and then as I leave have the game calculate them winding their way all the way to where I am and then catching me immediately as I leave the area. Okay, this is where I'm getting good to. And then through here is the path back up to the bed. And then having saved, the thing to do will be to try to see what would happen if I activate the Protectron and then have it maybe attack Jared. Okay, so I'm still thirsty. Not at all hungry still. So it appears that as far as the cannibalism perk, so as far as that perk goes, the amount of hunger that you get from it is a lot more than what you get from regular food, which means it's part of the dark craving, I suppose, because you immediately go from well fed to ravenous. And then I suppose, yes, nothing that way. I suppose then that going the other way is quite a leap. Quite a leap in hunger removed. Going from ravenous all the way back to well fed. So maybe that explains why you can go a fair while between corpses if you're using human corpses as your main, or I guess only source of stuff. Okay, so let's hack this. Actually, I wonder. I mean, Carrie is sort of thematic with this character, so I'll guess that first. And then I'll find all the like option removing segments. Of which there aren't all that many because I have such low intelligence. Okay, so it worked out okay. So there's cause, worry, right, aptly, spare, carry, macho, owner, caves, chose alive, fault, fault, scope works, crass gangs, Khan's tract. Okay, so we know it's not carry. So what's the likeness? 1. C-A-R-R-Y. So it's not cause, it's not worry. C-A-R-R-Y. It's not right. C-A-R-R-Y. 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 So it's not owner. C-A-R-R-Y. So it's not caves. C-A-R-R-Y. C-A-R-R-Y. So it's not alive. C-A-R-Y. C-A-R-Y. So it's not scope. C-A-R-R-Y. C-A-R-R-Y. Not crass. C-A-R-R-Y. C-A-R-R-Y. Not Khan's. C-A-R-R-Y. Not tracked. Okay. So I can either spare, chose, works, or gangs. I reckon gangs. Likeness 0. So it's not gangs, not works, not fault. G-A-N-G-S, 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 G-A-N-G-S. Okay. Absolute or I reckon spare. Because that removes the most of them. Likeness 1. S-P-A-R-E, S-P-A-R-E, not macho. S-P-A-R-E. So it's either aptly or chose.
Yes.
There we go. And then choose a personality. Make him a law enforcement guy.
Powering up. Protectron on.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Unidentified intruder detected. detected. Beginning search.
Now that is a regular Protectron.
Hold it right there.
But maybe he actually is doing pretty well.
Commencing attack on hostile target.
Was that it?
Law abiding.
Okay, that was quick. So while that's going on as it goes, I'll just flee out the rear entrance. I was not expecting that to work as well as it did. Like, that Protectron totally killed Jared without any resistance. So maybe doing this at low level, despite not having many perks, is better. Because although, I mean, I've heard that the raiders here don't actually level up. They tend to be they tend to be the lowest level raiders that you can get. So it makes sense that if the Protectron scales with you, then at higher levels the Protectron is more likely to win than at lower levels. The only way for that to not be the case is if the Raiders and the Protectron both scale, but they scale at different rates. So if the Raiders scale up quicker than the Protectron does, then at higher levels the Raiders will kill the Protectron. Or maybe I just got really lucky. Because sometimes that happens too. Okay, I feel like there might be enemies down. Or maybe not. Nope, there's Brahman. So yeah, now I had it in like my list of New Year's resolutions. It was in my New Year's resolutions to complete a program that would like allow me to sort of automatically hack the computers in this game. Now I don't mean that in the sense that it's a mod of the game. I just mean that in the sense of in the sense of it's like a separate program, and then when you hack a computer, you type in all of the you type in all of the password options, and then you actually, you know what? No, actually, I'm good. I don't get the XP just yet.
You find those raiders?
Yes.
Yeah, I took care.
No kidding. So we've been talking.
Mhm.
If we want things,
Sure.
So
Okay. Where's the water pump? Alright, so I wonder if I can build another bed. Yes, you come this way. I have a guy for you.
what?
Hey, what am I doing? I can attack the red roach.
It's over. For now.
I totally forgot.
Business is good. Too many miles on the road.
Well, it's either I'm half used to playing furniture, beds. Yeah, so maybe I could find 2 more cloth in this element. That's just wood, apparently. I can't scrap these beds. I could swear there was more cloth here. If I find 2 more cloth, which there might not be. But if there is, then I would be able to build another bed. And then I could use this settlement as a sleeping area as well as a yeah, there's nothing like that here. Yep, so I guess I'm just walking back to Sanctuary. So yeah, as I was saying, I was planning on, at some point, at least, making a piece of software that would where you enter all of the password options given to you, and then the software auto suggests an option that will, on average, remove most of the other possibilities. And so, considering that you have a chance of getting a different number, Skippy D, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Nothing very bad over here, which is good. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah. So when you hack a terminal, not only you get the password options, but you also get those brackets that can either remove a password or it can reset your tries. And so something that could be interesting to consider is whether or not it's... Okay, nothing is around here because I think those blood bugs have already been killed by the turrets here, which, just as far as is visible, is floating. You know, just so that a stray deathclaw like this can't kill it. And yes, this is a deathclaw that spawns in Concord. It died here. Yeah, so the way that this challenge works is I can't remove items from my inventory at all. So for example, I can't use guns because that removes ammunition. I can't sell items because that removes those items. I can't buy items because that removes caps. I can't consume food, water, chems because that removes those. Same with any other such items. And I can't dump items into a container or workbench. So for the majority, or for probably the entirety of the challenge, one of the big restrictions is going to be the amount of carry capacity that I have relative to the items that I acquire through the quests that I do. For example, right here, I'm about to turn in the first step to this guy who likes being irradiated.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job. By the way, not much use yet. I don't think I ever told you what happened.
Okay, I'm listening.
Have you heard of the Quincy massacre?
You were there?
That's right. I was with Colonel Hollis's group.
Okay.
As long as you
give me the quests.
I'm not.
That means a lot coming from you, Garvey. Sure. Okay.
Good. Don't.
That's quite...
The one... Now it's yours. Anything else?
I'm asking you. Nothing.
No, nothing.
No problem.
Okay, do you have quests?
I've heard of another settlement that's in trouble. I'll mark it on your map. We'll find it.
Okay, Greentop Nursery.
Is there something you need?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, now I've never had Preston flip out the way that he did in the permadeath run. Although it has happened to me. It has happened to me with Travis. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to check here for apparel aid. Yeah, just purified water. So even though there's people working these crops, because those crops aren't going into the workbench, I can't replant them. Right, so actually the next thing to do is this. Once I get Overland Station, I can send Preston there, and probably Sturgis too. And then that's all that. Okay, so as I previously mentioned, when it comes to no removing items, whether it's no using aid items or no spending caps, it means that two things which are normally easy to deal with in a challenge like this become very major problems. And that's disease and radiation. So with disease, because I can't use antibiotics and I can't use, also I leveled up during that, so that's level 7, big leagues 2. So with disease, I can't use antibiotics, and I can't visit a doctor to remove the disease that way. And so the only way to remove a disease is if the disease randomly gets removed, either through sheer time or if I'm well rested for many times in a row. That's a frag mine. Are there human hostiles here? Yes. I do have the cannibal perk. Endurance 8. In fact, that is the first. That was the first perk that I took in the run. So that's how I eat. Whereas I drink. Okay, so there's 3 of these. I could maybe bypass them. Okay. So that was the random diseases, where I guess the only way to have them be removed is if they remove themselves. But the radiation is going to prove to be a big issue. Okay. Alright then. I think it's just those that are the only other ghouls to be killed. Okay, so there's those. And then all that stuff. So Rad Scrubbers, the power armor mod is, not found anywhere on its own, and Rad Scrubbers, the regular world object, as far as I know, there's only 2 locations with them. And those are the Institute in the reactor room. Oh no, there's 3. There's the Institute reactor room, there's mass fusion, and there's possibly Parsons. I don't remember there being one in there. So I'll just tap this, and now that's Gossen. I think the only thing you need that's there radiation wise is zeta radiation that can be used to kill Lorenzo. Now let me see if I can maybe get this rad roach here. Because it is right there, but I can't scrap the door. So it's a moot point. Unless I can attack it through the wall, but no, it is standing over there. I could melee it from here, but then I'd be stuck. And that would be bad. Actually, let's put this bed over to a house that's a little closer to the entrance. Okay. Don't know what those things are. Okay, so that I can sleep in once I'm ready to leave. Another thing I need to do is build a water pump. Resources, water. So I just need to find a single concrete. So the toilet becomes the source of water. It's the circle of life. what else? I think that's all I need. Yeah, and so the third possible rad scrubber that I mentioned that is maybe a thing is hallucinogen. But I'm not sure if that removes radiation or if it just gives you a weird nausea effect. Okay. I can maybe get this way safely. Alright, you have fun there. Oh shit. Nope, nope, nope. So yeah, now the two known radiation removal sites, Mass Fusion and the Institute, are unlocked very late game. In fact, with the planned quest line that I'll be using to beat the game, that is, doing it with the Minutemen ending, I won't actually be getting to the Institute Rad Scrubber until the very end of the game. And I won't... Oh. Huh. So the mongrels only spawn if you're doing the quest. Interesting. Yeah, there's nothing here either. Okay. Yeah, so the Institute Rad Scrubber won't be unlocked until the very, very end. And the Mass Fusion one won't be accessed at all, ever. Because the Minutemen ending never takes you there. And because I don't have the DLC that lets you build radiation arches in settlements, that isn't an option either. And even if I did have the DLC, I think that requires science, which because I have intelligence 1, I won't really be able to get.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
You're back. Any luck clearing out that trouble spot?
I better drink first just so I can squeeze out, maybe squeeze out a little bit more XP out of that. I cleared it out.
I cleared that place out for you. Should be safe for your friends to move in now.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
So do I need to talk to what's his name?
Nice to have some good news around here for a change. By the way,
Oh, that cleared it.
we've decided to support the Minutemen. We gotta help.
Okay. Right. So that means that I am capable of building one more bed, I think. Or I could build 3 more of these. Which might be the way to do it, just so that Sturgis is also happy here. Yeah, so I better head back to Sanctuary just to make this a more centralized Preston zone. Normally you would... Whoop, there it is. That's okay though, I know of a body that I can eat. So as I was saying, normally Hangman's Alley makes a better central spot, but I'll need to acquire a good amount of armor before doing that. Let's... Okay. Okay, get into hidden. So the reason why I'm not getting Hangman's Alley is because another consequence of not being permitted to remove items is that I can't pick locks. Which means that I can't stealthily unlock the lock at Hangman's Alley and then go through and kill everybody in there. I do know that it is possible to enter there without picking the lock and without making my way over the big buildings. You just sprint jump onto the red platform thing and then over the wall. Oh shit. Okay, that's just the dough. Yeah, a dough and a yearling. I'm backing away. Okay. So it is basically more effective and a lot less of a headache to get Overland Station and then use that as a temporary Preston zone. Well, it's possible that I won't be able to. I won't be able to move Sturgis until I've done Sanctuary. Which, if that continues to be the case, even push it. Yeah. So if that continues to be the case, even if I oh no, even if it interferes with like building the signal interceptor, then what I'll have to do is grind my way up to getting local leader, just so that I can connect up the settlement with other spots and get crops that way. Okay, nobody here. Okay, nearly to the location. So we can move Preston and maybe get another quest off him. Well, he should now be a little closer to... Okay. Oh, I can move Sturges. Well, there you go. Overland Station. New home. And where's Preston? Here, Preston. Here, Preston. Okay, Cosworth can go there too, because he may as well. There's Marcy. He might still be in the water. Oh shit. His fondness of this... Nope, he's not in the water. I'm surprised to see him not be in the water. But... that does... lead to me wondering where he is.
Just find a nice spot of ground and plant whatever you've got. Anything fresh will be a great change for you.
Yes, but I don't think there is anything fresh, Sturges. Because do you keep eating at all? Except for the purified water, but everything else gets chewed up. Okay. Here, Preston. Do I have any Preston quests? No, I don't. That means that he's probably in some random house, sitting in some random chair, where I can't quite find him.
I know I'm not the only person here.
Oh, well, there's a brown. Okay, well, I guess we're building a bell.
found my 2 caps? We should keep moving. Don't want to be pinned down when the raiders come.
Power. Resources. Miscellaneous. Bill. Yeah, Preston.
I should have done more. I hope those raiders pay for
You're
what
tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Ah, he's over this way.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help. I'll mark it on your map.
Okay.
Hey there.
Cool
You
problem.
need?
Actually, I'll use this. Come on.
No, nothing.
All right.
I'll use the settlement menu. Yes, move Preston to Overland Station. Okay. So that'll be another interesting thing to do. But in actual fact, what's required to get a settlement, what's required to get Preston to be all happy about stuff is to have 8 settlements where the settlement menu shows that there's a person there. So for example, there's 3, there's 2, and there's 5. But that's 1, 2, 3 places. No, 4 places. That can get me up to 5, and then I can do this to get 6. And then that in itself is fairly easy. But then once I've gotten those 6, that's when it gets harder. So it's like Sanctuary, Red Rocket, 10 Pines Bluff, Overland Station, other place. And then if I can do Abernathy Farm, then that's 7. And that would be sufficient. It'll be sufficient to get me to the point where I can get the castle, which would probably count as number 8, letting me finish the game. So at least let's head over this way. Take that. Okay. I could probably even use the sentry bot to help me. to help me with the location.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful.
It's
I'm
okay.
friendly.
If you say so, let me tell you.
Fireman's hard work. Yeah,
Good to see a new friend. How about you?
digging the dirt all day.
You're a wise word of advice. Why do all the...
Sounds
That's
like
bad.
bad news to me.
You really? Last time those... Now, that's why...
Sure. There's nothing worse than the...
I'm sorry to hear... I don't have much to offer. If you could get it back.
I'll see.
See what I can...
Good.
So that starts returning the favour. Technically, you could do this without killing any of the raiders, but that's not for this sort of character. In fact, this sort of character would probably have difficulty with the last room of the area because of dealing with a whole bunch of raiders in one spot. But at least that option is available. So I'll undo that for now. Now I'll set a waypoint for over here. It's about there. I'll do a 1 hour save and head down to the Starlight Drive-In. Now, I think the way that I think it works with regards to getting the quests where you like get the castle and stuff, I think the way that works is you have to I think the way it works is you not only do you need the settlements, but I think you have to talk to Preston with like available quests, and then he'll realise that there's you've got an X amount of settlements, and then he says, "Ooh, time to take back the castle." Okay. Okay, let's do 4 of those. Ow. Okay. I know there's other mole rats over there. There's 2. And a weirdly whacking out corpse. Okay, there's a psychic blast. That's a dead guy. Oop, tunneled into the... Where's the mole rats? There we go. Now I think that's enough mole rats. Yeah, it sounds like it. Based on the audio cue. Okay, no traps. No traps there either. So let's see if I can grab the key. Yeah, back storage key is just what I need. Now keys are a thing that will be a lot more important as this character than it will be in others. Again, because of the because of the inability to the inability to what's the word, to lockpick. Let's see, can I build a little shack? Not quite. Now I can. Okay. Furniture, beds. Now I need to find some cloth. There we go. Turn off the radio. Yeah, just to double check that I haven't randomly got some junk from anything. Because if I did, then I'd have to be extra careful about not... I think I need 5 cloth to build a bed. That's plastic. More plastic. Ah, here we go, a single cigarette. Yes, okay. So this was built from a pack of cigarettes and a single cigarette. Okay. Now, resources, water. I feel like there isn't any gears in this settlement. Yeah, there's none there. That didn't have any. I suppose if I really desperately wanted to build a water pump here, I could save some until I randomly got a gear from one of these. Oh! Or I could randomly get a gear from that. But I don't think there's any settlement of... No, actually I think there's some gears near there somewhere actually. No, concrete near there, but no gears. So finding some in that box turned out to be very fortunate. Now this place has no food. So anybody that lives here will be having a pretty bad time. Let's put in 1 hour. Let's activate this, because that's totally how you deactivate mines. You just run over them like a crazy person. Let's... Okay. So next location is going to be so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 settlements. Well, I guess Sanctuary Hills could be happy if I send the other people away, which would be funny. But I suppose before I worry about any other settlements, I'll have to... No, before I worry about main quests, I'll have to make sure that I have all the settlements so that I can get the castle and have that be done. Morgan Forrester, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Squid Dimension. Hope things are going well. Right, so next location is going to be Overland Station, because I'm going to send one of the people already there. Well, probably send one to live in... Oh shit. That was a surprise. Okay. So yeah, next location is Overland Station, so that I can send one person to live in... Weirdest Bills, thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, that's cool, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so next location is Overland Station, so that I can send one person to Red Rocket and one person to Starlight Drive-In. And those will be the 2 people that already come with the location. So it might make things a little bit strange if I randomly get a quest to do something for Overland Station, where it'd be like, oh no, somebody's been kidnapped at Overland Station. Where do I go to help? This other place across the Commonwealth. I suppose stranger still would be, I guess, if I sent one of them all the way to either to Spectacle Island or Far Harbour, if I had that DLC. Yeah, let's leave that guy alone. Okay. We also have regular Minutemen who are not settlement people that can be moved around. Okay. Oh, these can't be moved. That's okay. Let's see. Actually, I could build a defense here. See, now I just need to randomly chop down a tree. So Preston will be moved on to this. And I'll send Sturges over to... Where is he? Sturges. Unless I can build another water pump, but no, I'll need a gear. Which this settlement has 0 of. Oh well. Maybe if I spend an hour, that'll send things along. Sturges. Nope. But I do know of another way to get somebody to a settlement. And that's using a companion. And the easiest companion to obtain is Piper. So if I just do her quest, I can send her to Red Rocket, turning her into a person over there. And if worse comes to worse, I can make some settlements happier by sending their people over to other settlements so that existing resource objects are now shared among fewer people. Like in the case of Overland Station, I could send Sturges, if he appears, over to a different settlement, removing that settlement's water problems and making them a little bit happier. Although there is or at least there's probably a benefit to the heck is going on? Well, that's okay. So I think there's a benefit to having a companion at a settlement rather than a random settler. Because this might not be the case, but possibly. So when you have a settlement that has only regular settlers, if the happiness drops below a certain threshold, which without modifying settlements it happens anyway because they start out without defense. But also as they get attacked, they lose resource objects and then lose happiness even quicker. Okay.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna say. So here's the deal. You do that? All right,
Okay.
Good. So I know you're.
It was
Sarcastic?
just me and 1,000 guinea pigs. They turned carnivorous.
Okay. So you see.
I've been having too much fun blowing things up to think about it.
Gotta make my. job
Without
right.
ever blowing stuff up.
All right. Now the big question.
Well, it would be cool if the game could somehow detect your build for that one line. Like if you tend to use grenades, then it gives that sentence. If you use guns, you say you're having too much fun shooting stuff. If you use, say, a baseball bat.
There with your jaw hanging.
I lost family.
What's their name?
Sean.
My baby Sean.
The parent after them. Tell me.
They might be.
Not even a babe. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something. The threat of kidnap. What would you say to them?
Find who's responsible. And Nick.
I'll take Finger over. That's everything. Anyway, I agreed to come with.
Yes, come with me.
Heading my way.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Will do.
Hey.
Where to?
Leave and head to Red Rocket.
I'll head home.
Okay. And that's level 8, which goes into Sneak 2. Right. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to settlements with settlers, it might be the case. With settlers, it is the case that if they're unhappy for too long, you lose the settlement, and then it gets taken over by some opposition faction, like Gunners or Brotherhood of Steel or whichever main faction is hostile with you. But I wonder if that still happens if it's a settlement populated exclusively by companions, or perhaps settlements yeah. So with
A lot of different raider groups nearby. They ain't a match for us fighting the shit we get.
yeah, so I mean the biggest problem with that would probably be detecting, like with the programming, with detecting a... I think I'll do Nordhagen Beach first. Okay. Yeah, so the problem would be detecting which weapons you use the most. Or perhaps even which mechanics you use the most. I suppose it would be very cool if your main means of attack is Pain Train, and so you specifically say that you've been having too much fun bowling into people to notice. Or some similar. I was going to save. Let's save. Alright. Don't mind if I do. Like, I mean, the voice acting and writing it's probably not insignificant, or at least not insignificant for one case, but that level of detail with every possible scenario where your past actions would impact the dialogue, would potentially cause the amounts of voice acting and writing necessary to balloon. But it's likely that the okay, so there's a few locations over here that I can quickly grab while I'm at it. That's unmarked. It's not unmarked apparently. So there's Swan. Can I get close enough? I can. Okay. So through here. Yep, this here is the old Massachusetts house. And then Park Street Station. Okay, let's sneak for a bit. Okay. This is relatively safe. Because normally when I get through here, I'm running from there through that way. So I'll grab this location. And so I'll get to I'll get to Nordhagen Beach via Bunker Hill. Well, via Bunker Hill, then County Crossing, then Nordhagen Beach. Although while I'm here, it probably isn't too much hassle to get to the railroad. And I know without the hassle okay. Not quite. Nope. Here we go. That was cool. Very satisfying. Stim packs, which you can't use. Okay, there's going to be a random ghoul spawning through here. Okay. That works too. Okay. I thought I heard another ghoul, which wouldn't make much sense because normally that's all of them. Okay.
Huh. It spins. Oh, so it starts with R.
I L R O A D.
There we go.
And this is oddly devoid of any and all moisture, despite being very foggy, so I guess we're continuing on.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we... Who the hell?
Right? Why don't you tell...
In a world full of suspicion...
Oh, that worked.
I followed the...
If that's... It's clear you...
I helped Carl out.
This will go a lot better.
I just...
See, I'm Desdemona. Deacon.
You're having a party.
I mean, in...
Well, she's got to be someone. She may be done. Normal people just...
What's the big deal?
Either you figured out how to slip by bad guys, ghouls, et al., so you're smart, or you blasted a path straight through, in which case, tough. Either way, kind of impressive.
It was a walk in the park.
I like your style.
So you got nothing. She's a complete unknown. Other options.
Shoot her? Come on. We need friends, Des. Now more than ever. And I got a real good feeling about her.
What? Are you vouching for her?
Yes. Definitely.
Fine. That changes things. So, stranger, why did you want to meet with us?
I have my reasons.
I have my reasons.
All right. If we're going to be dealing with you, I need to make sure.
Actually, not just that, but if you never hear anything about the railroad, you can actually come in and then be utterly surprised to hear about them.
Response would be appreciated.
Yeah.
Good.
Go on.
So I have a question.
I risked my life.
Well said. Someone with yours, but right now, and in turn.
Can't wait to get out of this place. Gives me the creeps.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango,
Okay, so that's that quest.
You gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Okay, let's... Level 9 is Ninja 1. So that's... right there, okay. So I guess I'll...
Your leader was just being caught.
Exactly. But it's all good.
Don't worry.
That's what I want to hear. So Dez.
Yeah, the thing that's strange about this is that...
helps out with the odd job here. What a waste. I'm just gonna come
Actually, maybe he only says that you're rebuilding the Minutemen out of Sanctuary if you complete the Sanctuary quest. Or maybe you need to have Preston be at Sanctuary.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the... Then, if you get...
Sure.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto.
We'll file out. Best not to attract attention.
Now, I am not... At the moment, I'm not certain about completing that quest. Because as you do it, you're given a weapon called the Deliverer. And for my character, that's basically just dead weight. So I'll leave that quest until I'm like somewhat desperate for... Yeah, both of those quests I've already completed. I completed When Freedom Calls on Friday. And I completed the first step today. Yes, indeed. So there's some frag mines. Let's wait for my AP. And then run over them like a crazy person. Ooh! Okay. We lived. So let's undo. Okay. I've never seen that before. Oh, there's the Dark Craving. I'll pick up this because that's actually very good. That'll give me extra health and make me able to run longer. Yeah, neither of those two could be killed easily. Not get too irradiated because I can't actually remove my radiation.
You've got to help. They kidnapped my son.
Okay.
Tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back.
Don't worry.
Thank you. Just bring him back.
Let's see. Backshade apparel. We can do that. If I save at Overland Station, I should maybe have enough time before that quest times out. I think I need to go around this lake. Or I could go across the bridge. That works too. That way? Ah, mate, I'm going that way. I have a bad feeling about this area. I don't see anybody nearby. Apparently this is a prep school.
Iron Maiden's out to an early lead, but Piece of Junk's right behind. Don't forget Boston Blaster. He's pulled this out before. What a race! What a race!
The Boston Blaster.
It's another great day out here at the track. Remember, we've got 2 bots in the list for tomorrow. That'll be a great race. Back to the track.
So I was planning on saving here, but in order to give myself the most amount of time to do that kidnapping quest, I'd have to not save here and then make it back without dying.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
Sure.
Tell me what's going on.
A pack of feral ghouls at Hoarder. If more, we start.
Okay.
I'll have a look. But
Well, that's all.
I guess you're from one of the vaults, huh?
Although I suppose I could do... Yeah, what I could do is do this guy's quest first, because then I would have a nearby bed to get to this area. But I think for now I'll just head back the way I came. Though I will probably be struggling quite a bit on food. But despite that, so long as I don't... So long as this doesn't progress too far, I should be fine. And then I think this is part of a safe path. Yeah, this heads straight out of that place. Though I can't think of any convenient corpse locations. Well, potentially, come to think of it, potentially taking Aquagirl earlier would have been more ideal. That way, well, Lucas Miller is a very irradiated person. I guess you could say he took the term alpha male a little too seriously. So once I get to the bridge, once I get to the bridge, it'll be then getting past getting past Cabot, running past Hallucinogen. Then there's like a little raider encampment nearby some stairs, like not stairs, but like a fire escape. Whoa. So you are being watched too? True. Actually, I know. I know where there's a corpse. Oh, I know where there's several corpses. Because right in front of Hallucinogen, there's those dead gunners. I probably can't trigger that trap, but I'll let my AP refresh just in case. Yep, can't trigger it. Aha! Somebody needs a hip replacement. But yeah, where some people see a past long dead battle zone, I see a feast. And it's pretty fortunate that that's there, because I tend to get shot by those raiders at least once if they're like right there. But it looks like I gave them to the Duke. But all I need to do is save at Oberland Station. Yes. The Dark Craving gives -8 endurance, I think. But also there's the fact that it's, I think there's peckish, hungry, and then I think that's the 3rd level of hunger. Maybe 4th. So I suppose it's because it's both being very hungry and having a withdrawal of what's apparently classed as an addiction. Now, is Sturgis here? Sturgis is not here. There's Preston.
At least it's not raining.
Indeed. Okay. Alright, so I'll call this a stream here because I have to go and attend to some things. Let's see if there's anybody to host. Let's see. No, I'll call it a day here. So thanks everybody for watching. My Twitter, YouTube and Discord are posted recently by Squeedbot. And I'll probably have to sort out a newer edition of my schedule from here on out. Yep, I will. Same to you. So yeah, that'll be it.